Have you ever scrolled through social media and thought, why is her life so perfect and mine isn't? Or maybe you've looked at a friend's success and asked yourself, why am I so far behind? If you've ever felt that sting of comparison, that feeling of not being good enough, then this story is for you. One of the biggest pains in life is measuring our worth against someone else's highlight reel. We see their success, their happiness, their seemingly perfect life, and we suddenly feel small. We forget our own journey, our own strengths, our own unique magic. This habit, amplified by the constant stream of social media, can quietly push us into a place of sadness and self-doubt. It makes us feel like we're in a race we can never win. But what if I told you that you're not even supposed to be in their race? Listen closely, because the story I'm about to share has the power to change the way you see yourself. Once, in a small village, nestled beside a great, whispering forest, lived a young man named Ethan. He was kind, hardworking, and had a heart full of dreams. But he carried a heavy burden. He was always comparing himself to others. When his friend Liam topped the class, Ethan would sigh, I wish I were that smart. When he saw his neighbor Ryan's beautiful home and thriving farm, he'd think, if only I had his luck. Even watching someone run faster than him would trigger the same thought. Why couldn't I be like them? These constant comparisons were like thieves in the night, stealing his joy and his focus. He couldn't enjoy the simple pleasures of life anymore. His work suffered, his smile faded, and his world became colored with the belief that he would never be good enough. One day, a wise old man named Grandpa Joe visited the village. He was known for his gentle wisdom, and people would often seek his guidance. Ethan, feeling lost and hopeless, finally gathered the courage to approach him. Grandpa, he said, his voice barely a whisper, I try so hard, but whenever I see others succeed, I just feel inadequate. It feels like I'm constantly falling behind, and I'll never catch up. Grandpa Joe listened patiently, a kind smile gracing his lips. He placed a gentle hand on Ethan's shoulder and said, I understand, my boy. Meet me tomorrow at sunrise by the ancient oak at the edge of the forest. I believe you'll find your answer there. The next morning, as the first rays of sunlight filtered through the leaves, Ethan found Grandpa Joe waiting for him. Look around you, Ethan, the old man said, his voice calm and steady. Tell me, what do you see? Ethan scanned the vast forest. I see trees, he replied. So many of them. Some are tall and mighty, others are short and stout, some are covered in fruit, while others have only leaves. Grandpa Joe smiled warmly. Good. Now, imagine if this little apple tree right here looked up at that towering coconut tree and wind. Why can't I be that tall? Or what if the coconut tree looked down and said, I wish I had sweet, juicy fruits like the apple tree. How would that sound to you? Ethan couldn't help but chuckle. That would be silly, Grandpa. They're completely different. Exactly. Grandpa Joe, exclaimed. Now, close your eyes for a moment and just feel the forest. How does it feel? Ethan took a deep breath, listening to the rustling leaves and the distant birdsong. It feels peaceful, he said. It feels beautiful, like everything belongs here. Everything seems just right. Grandpa Joe's eyes twinkled. This forest is like life, Ethan. Every tree has its own purpose, its own strength. The apple tree gives us sweet fruit. The coconut tree gives us shade and strong wood. They don't compete, they coexist. Each one is valuable in its own unique way. People are no different. You have your own purpose, your own gifts. I need to be a coconut tree if you were born to be an apple tree. He then led Ethan to a serene pond nearby. A school of fish darted gracefully through the clear water, while a majestic eagle soared high in the sky above. Now, look here, Grandpa Joe said. Imagine one of those fish looking up at the eagle and thinking, I wish I could fly through the clouds like that. Would that make any sense? Ethan shook his head. Of course not. A fish is made to swim. A bird is made to fly. A knowing smile spread across Grandpa Joe's face. Then why, my dear Ethan, do you wish to live someone else's life? Why do you want to fly when you were born with a gift to master the entire ocean? Your problem isn't that you lack talent. Your problem is that you're so busy looking at the sky that you've forgotten the magnificent world that lies beneath the water. You're a world. Something shifted inside Ethan that day. It was like a light had been switched on in a dark room. He finally understood. Comparing himself to others was a pointless, painful game. It was like a fish judging itself for its inability to climb a tree. From that day forward, Ethan stopped looking left and right at what others were doing. He started looking within. He focused on his own path, his own strengths, and his own passions. He rediscovered his love for building things and his knack for solving problems. Slowly but surely, his confidence returned, and life began to feel exciting and full of possibilities again. Years passed, and Ethan, through his hard work and unique vision, built a successful business that not only brought him prosperity but also helped his entire village flourish. He became a source of inspiration for everyone. And whenever a young person came to him, feeling discouraged and lost, he would share the wisdom he learned that day. Never compare your journey to someone else's, he would say. A fish that spends its life trying to fly will always believe it's a failure, even if it has the power to explore the entire ocean. Find your ocean and swim with all your heart. Remember this powerful truth. The sun and the moon both shine, but they don't shine at the same time. Each has its moment to illuminate the world. In the same way, you don't need to follow someone else's light to find your way. Your journey is your own. Your path is unique. Embrace it. Walk it with courage. And that is where you will find your truest, most fulfilling success. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this message today. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that inspire and empower. Thank you for watching.